Hey guys, class is in session. You see this delicious sweet fruit? Well, do you know this was a symbol of freedom and self sufficiency for black Americans after slavery? And then it was turned into racist stereotypes and tropes. I know many of y'all were raised, don't be eating watermelon in front of white folk. Don't eat watermelon fried chicken. How many of you blacks, we were told that? I know I was. But let's get into the history of this delicious fruit. Watermelon has its roots in Africa. See, it was cherished there for its ability to thrive in hot climates. Enslaved Africans brought their knowledge of watermelon farming to America. After emancipation, many freed black people grew watermelon as a way to make money and build independence. It became like a symbol of freedom and self-sufficiency. And so many times the black Americans would purchase land with the monies that they were making from selling the watermelons. And of course, they received backlash, right? From whom? Well, let's get into it. After the Civil War, as free black people began thriving through watermelon farming, white supremacists fought back, not by laws, but by propaganda. Okay? So they turned watermelon to this symbol of ridicule. And they started creating all these racist cartoons. They started making articles on different newspaper articles and ads, minstrel shows showing black people as lazy and childlike and ugly. And they associated with what? A fruit. And why watermelon? Because they saw an area where black people were starting to thrive financially. And so one way to get people to not want to be a part of that is to say, oh, I'm not buying no watermelon because them darkies buy it. They eat those things. You see that? This wasn't random. It was designed to mock black independence and paint black Americans as unworthy of respect or citizenship. So again, a fruit. You see how when the root of hatred is spawned in a nation, you can find anything to bring down the oppressed. And when they saw that the black, American was starting to make a little bit of leeway with a fruit that originated from the very land that they took them from, then they created a propaganda saying that darkies, blacks, Negroes were lazy, which is really an oxymoron, because how can a black people be lazy when you were so lazy that you couldn't even work your own land, that you had to go oceans away to get a group of people to work the land for you? If that's not the definition of lazy, I don't know what is. But let's keep going. Let's talk about the painful legacy. Because of these stereotypes, watermelon became a point of shame for many black Americans. For years, even enjoying watermelon in public, it felt like it felt risky. Okay, but the truth is the fruit's history isn't about shame, it's about resilience. That's what I want y'all to know. The watermelon originated from Africa. When on the lands here in America that they were growing these watermelons, after slavery ended, the resilience and the wisdom of the enslaved African, now free, was like, you know what, we can sell these. And they did. And white folk got mad, which has always been a part of the American history. Black folk progress, white people get mad, and then they incorporate either laws or propaganda to push the black person back. But today, many of us, we're reclaiming our true history about the watermelon. That's why I'm telling you, eat your watermelon, honey. It has nothing to do with being lazy or some type of pickaninny. It came from Africa. Enjoy it, and it's delicious, and it's good for us, right? All right. So the next time someone makes a joke about watermelon, remember, it's not a punchline. It's really a legacy of resilience and brilliance. It really is. So, tips for engagement. This is what I want you all to do. Let's talk about symbols of freedom. Who would think a watermelon could be a symbol of freedom? But it is. So again, the next time someone feels guilty or they try to make you feel guilty for eating watermelon, you say, This lady on TikTok and YouTube told us the history of the watermelon, how it originated in Africa, and how black people who were enslaved and got free had enough sense to sell them, and they were making enough money to start purchasing a little bit of land and do for themselves. And that's when racist whites came in and said, you know what, we're going to put a negative spin on this and associate watermelons with dumb, lazy, ignorant niggas. And that way, people won't support them and buy them. But I'm here to tell you, ain't nothing like a watermelon. Cheers to you. Cheers to our ancestors. Thank you all for supporting me. And a lot of you all, thanks for buying me cups of coffee. You'll see on the front of my description page, or it says buy me a coffee. Go and buy your sister coffee. Talk to you soon. Be blessed. Bye.